As I said, any nonsense that is put up, any misinformation that is put up, we will stand here and challenge it. We will never cover. 500. Now all of the smart people who are talking about how we use the generators, 560 generators so far. We have no record of the end beneficiary because we have not asked for any identification. We have not asked for anybody to provide their TRN.
Because when the Prime Minister's wife becomes Speaker of the House, it's no longer politics. It is a national takeover.
Look up the whole of hot water. Hey, it even not dash water. You might talk about even pot water. Hot water. Big up that data. Big up yourself, father. And that love and love alone.
So yes, my people are going. Your boy Busmal Ryan here. Yeah, man. Oh, no, sir. So yeah, my people here are going quick and fast, no, man. Alright. So Mr. Holness, actually I come back now and I say, you understand? Misinformation where him really I go stand out pan. You understand? So I guess him flip him out. You understand? Because I think it was criticism that he said that he will be, you understand, standing strong. And you understand, my people? And then again, my people, he's talking about the fact that he wanted to make it sound as if they never said that you need identification or they weren't asking for IDs in order for people to get the care packages and so on, my people. And the next important thing again, the man talk about the generator. You understand how it really I go with the generator them? You understand where I go get loan out according to what they said. You understand, my people? Yes, and also again, my people, just a little short thing about the football match and a little police when me say use a bell for beat somebody. Well, it never too please me, my people. Let me know what you think about it still. Yes, and this lady used the word nepotism to give us a description of the type of government that is going to be in Jamaica based on how the Prime Minister and his wife are role and a handle things, my people. So yes, my people, stay tuned, you know. So yes, my people, the Prime Minister is talking about misinformation, but to me, people, it look like him forget something, you know. You understand what him say? But let us hear what he's saying for a second. You understand, for a couple of minutes. Let's us hear.
More importantly, in the info disaster that is going on, we will need voices other than the government to explain some of the decisions that we will have to make. Because regardless of what we do and how we feel that we're making the right decision, Jamaica is a democracy. And ultimately you want the people to understand what you're doing, appreciate it, and give their support. So we are not going to move ahead and leave the people. We're going to take the time to engage in conversation, to explain, and to challenge misinformation. As I said, any nonsense that is put up, any misinformation that is put up, we will stand there and challenge it. We will never cower in the face of falsehood.
The man say I'm going to challenge misinformation. But I never misinformation him did say people are give about sorry, him never did talk about misinformation. Him start about criticism, say him a look out for the people we are going to criticize. You understand? And him are going to deal with them. So how is he talking about misinformation now? And nobody is giving out no misinformation because everything where the people must say, or what the people see them must say. So if according to him, if a misinformation them a give, well, you change up the script then, make them give the right information. Because certainly they are giving the information that they see, and which is as a result of the government data. The data was because data is information now. So based on what now put in, what them so now put in, that is where them are output. So it is not information. It is just that them process the information and I make people know so it's not misinformation. Well, me have to big him up on the fact, you know, that they must say their voice alone as the government won't do it, and this is a democracy, and you understand, they have to hear the voice of the people, you understand. But I wonder why me even come say this now. I wonder if I the whole heap of criticism and him really, why I never believe him would have come down off the IRS, you understand, and really I listen to the people them now and really I say something which kind of makes sense to the people them. So me have to big him up on the part there, you understand, me I gonna give him respect there. So but remember my boss say it wasn't misinformation, it was really criticism. You were speaking as if people not to talk or people shouldn't talk. You understand? So I don't know right now, you change the whole narrative. So I would like for you make a next video and tell us what is really misinformation, or where is the misinformation that has been spread over the 3 weeks now since the storm. You understand? Because I really what people see them speak about, you know. Nobody never talk about nothing that them never see. So it can't be misinformation. Yes, I mean, it is correctly processed data. You understand? When the people them are output. So based upon the input and the level or amount of input where the people them so now put in, that is what they are. Them are process, them are watch, them are look, them are observe, and them are output, them are speak out. You understand? So I don't know why now it sound as if him change up. Him change. You understand? You know why I feel him change the people. Remember, you know, if the system is against the people, or if him decide to be against the people, that is gonna kick off a war with people, a type of revolution, war like. And I feel like him kinda see that's coming and him wanna kinda keep it back, cause we hear some man all say him have 16 days. You get me? I say so. I think him knows that the people them hand and the people them will apply the pressure and the heat and the people them now go back down, and that would be so good for him right now and him government, because when you look down into history, you are going to hear about that great war we go on one time. Why? Because the Prime Minister go toe to toe with the people, and that the people in country understand people them have a right to speak and a right to talk. Is the me I say? So we want him to still give you an example of the misinformation, because no misinformation was spread throughout the little 3 weeks after the storm, or even before it come. You see me, there's a reason for everything and there's proof and everything can be shown. So I don't really see the misinformation. You see me, I say me people?
a 150,000 houses. So far, Minister, you can recall how many generators we have gotten. It's less than 1,000. 500. Now all of the smart people who are talking about how we use the generators, how do I decide who gets out of the 900,000 people who could claim 500 generators? I keep saying to people, do not listen to the mischief and nonsense. And as your Prime Minister, my job is to make sure that you have the information. You can do with it what you want, but the record must be there, so that those who are vested in mischief, who carry information falsely with malice, that you can counter them. So a lot of the nonsense you hear, you can dismiss it. 500, it's less than 560 generators so far. None of those generators will be used in the program I just mentioned, which is to provide a loan or a grant to businesses that we're trying to stand up, to ensure that the private sector supply chain starts to operate. All of the generators that we have been given through private donations or through bilaterally from other states will be used to build resilience in the public operations. In that way, we guarantee that the benefit of the 500 is multiplied to benefit everyone. So what we have done, we have said that we're going to give the generators and other such items that build resilience, we're going to give them to police stations that now don't have. So out of this, what we intend to do is to ensure that every police station that is built or under construction now, or that currently exists, we're going to make sure that they have a generator. But it's not just giving them. They will have to provide us with a system of maintaining it so that when this generator goes, it is replaced. So that we can now say, when we are hit by another disaster, our police stations have backup capabilities. If you go into any of the communities that have been badly hit, where are people gathering to get their phones charged and to get communications? They are going to either the police station, the municipal office, the fire brigade. So we're going to provide as many of these generators, providing they meet the required specs to these operations.
All right, so ladies and gentlemen, so I've jotted down a few things while Mr. Holness was talking about these generators. Number one thing, I heard he said less than 1,000. I hear 500, and then I hear 560. We would really like to really know how much is it. You understand? We Jamaican people, we really want to know how much. There's a baffling between how much there really is. You understand? And it is good that, yes, I might give it to police station and the fire station and the municipal offices, which, yeah, people always seek to the police for help and firemen. So, yes, those are good key points. But one to people where live like far from those areas, you get me? I say where probably a vehicle them have to take for come out in the square or reach them place there. And you see me I say vehicle go that can't get gas and so because probably in a taxi even run. You understand? I feel like just as an advice to him, I feel like, you know, cause JPs live close to people. What him could do is give it to JPs. You understand? Give it also to JPs or a popular shopper so in a community where you know, like even if the shop not destroy or the wholesale not destroy, where you know say people always go there. For instance, a JP is someone you can trust in. Yeah, a JP is someone that works on the behalf of the government. So you could well, I would say people to bungle up in the JP's yard or on the JP's property. What you could do, create a charging station outside their gate. You understand? Where people can come and charge them phone and these little things. You understand? Make it even better for people. You understand? Because I know everybody can reach out at the station and all of them something. You see me? Just my advice to him. You understand? But it's good that the police them get it and thing. You understand? Yeah. Also, what he could do is with these generators is, all right. For instance, once you give it to a set of people, you understand, try to work with JPS as our community then, try to work with JPS to ensure that that community receive light fast and quick. You understand? And once that community has back light or those people are reconnected, you move it on quick and fast to a community that has not receive any light yet or their connections are not back on as yet, and you can continue the procedure until all grounds are covered and all ground everywhere have light. You understand? And then after, what he could do, take them back and give Jamaicans an account of their storage and preservation for in case of another disaster. You understand? That will be what that would have been, you know, giving us account will be so appreciative. You understand? And things. So that's just my advice to him. You understand, my people? So leave in the comments, you know. Yeah, my people. So this next video, all right, the Prime Minister is saying that it was misinformation that you had to have ID and so on to get the care packages and so. You understand? Basically what he's saying, that there's no accountability, like there's no checking off and accountability of how these things were given out to people and how much of this and how much of that was given out to people. So basically he must say them not have no track of it. You understand? But to me, in some sense, it's like them want to have track of it. But he must say it was misinformation that you needed ID and so people to get the care packages. But however, I could really truly hear where he must say, I could get a little bit deeper into it. You understand? Then what was the reason?
To be clear, all of what we have given out so far, the accountability rests on what countries have given to us and what we have recorded in our stores and what we have given out to persons who we expect to give out. to others. We have no record of the end beneficiary because we have not asked for any identification. We have not asked for anybody to provide their TRN. In this phase of the relief, it's about just getting the food out there, getting the care packages out there to people. Because were you to do that, you would see an avalanche of misinformation, which we saw coming out. So we have made sure that we have moved the products, the humanitarian supply, into the community as quickly as possible. But that can't go on forever. Once we start to make huge expenditures on humanitarian relief, we must be able to give a certain level of certainty that the expenditure went to the beneficiary. And so we actually need a system where that can be done. And the voucher systems or the cards provide that kind of support. So for that to happen, that you can go and collect your remittances, we need those to start operating again, so we get back to some level of normalcy, so that we can have the transparency and the accountability that everyone is calling for, without understanding the dynamics that you have to first put in place in order to achieve that. And so we are well on our way working with that. Minister Hill has been tasked with doing this. He has so far identified 48 business entities in 2 of the affected parishes. They are seeking to expand that rapidly, and we will, through the program that I have announced, provide through a loan the facility. These are profit-making entities, the facility for them to stand up their operations.
You see, what the Prime Minister is saying to me is kind of confusing. Why it's kind of confusing? Because basically what my choice is they never ask for any form of identification for people to receive the humanitarian aids, the food and so forth. But it must say if that did happen, there would be an outsurge of misinformation surrounding it, which that way I must say is like he must say that because information already surrounded, like them try it and him still say that happened. So it's like he must say that to say that that never happened, because them know say people are going to talk about it, and the fact that people talk about it now, he might label it as misinformation, but it's not misinformation. They actually tried it, and here how him get cornered again now in a 2 way, because the fact that you still say that there has to be some form of accountability, because you say if money is going to be spent, there has to be a way to show how the money was spent, and that is the reason why you're coming with the card and the voucher. So you're still creating. So what does these people have to have in order to get that card and or that voucher to go to the supermarket or wherever to retrieve goods? What them need to have? So you just give out the voucher. You don't ask like this voucher, you don't how much person is in the household, how much amount or worth of goods this voucher covered, and who you give the voucher to. You don't want to know that. If you're saying that you're trying to gain accountability of what this and that was spent and this and that was given, you have to me say, you just make some voucher and say, alright, 59 voucher give away, I was given away. You don't take a person ID to know that this person is affected. Oh, you are going to know something affected. Like, you know, say, alright, Jane Jones was affected. There is 5 people in Jane Jones' household, and this amount and that is on this voucher, and it was given to Jane Jones people. If you might give a voucher, people, I the idea them still going to try to know who they might give to, and if this voucher, the amount of food on the voucher can cover the amount of people in the household. Because I'm sure it's a pit in the ID. You understand? So I must big people. So in some way is this just it's kind of twisted, because what he's saying, it did happen, my people. But him a try if he say it never happened, because if they made a plan to do that, misinformation would have surrounded. So I must say never happen, but based on where I must say no, it seems like it must say eventually it go happen. And to me, automatically it go happen. So to me, it did happen. And he's saying misinformation. So when it happened now, when the voucher system now, so the voucher system is misinformation, mean that the person has to give an ID. You can give an account of what this person get when you give them the voucher, how much this voucher can cover. So yeah, so basically the people they might be never stated that way, but it did happen. So that means then we're not just giving the people food then. So what if a man has no ID? He not get no food. You understand? I saw me see it then. So it's like me feel like we dip on him finger, you know. You ever see somebody yet where them talk some things and it's like when them talk it, them feel like people don't have much sense. So they feel like they can do a ring arousal with your play with your brain. That is what I feel like. I mean, you know, if I that him I do this, you know, but that's how I feel. Because you say something as if Jamaica is not listening or whosoever is listening don't have much sense. As if what you're saying never happen if it now go automatically happen. You get me I say? So if in the pipeline, if in a pipeline if it happen, that means that's something what you do. You understand? So with that part there, like if you line up, like me not go support that. What alright, money. I understand then money, me I go say this to people and probably the first one I go hear me say something like this. And me I go say something. Money, my people. A people add value to money, you see? The World Bank can only make as much money as there is enough gold. And so them say. But remember, I don't believe that because money is just a piece of paper. And Jamaica money is made in England. We would like to know how this money thing really go. And why. If money is made, that means say if Jamaica, alright, if money makes you a rich man then, or wealth, that means then them could have make so much money then and just give it to Jamaica and call Jamaica rich if it's so it go. But why not give Jamaica so much money? Why money is paper? Why you want to hold accountable for paper that can be made in abundance? Money, you want to give an account for things that paper that is out there in abundance, wild in nature, process trees and leaves and barks and make paper. So we are try give an account. But you try give an account for right there, so. So, you rather the people, even some people when have ID, you have to struggle and suffer before them get any aid. So, all the way I must say, it twisted because automatically, you might call it misinformation with people. But automatically, it's true. It's not misinformation. It is true. Because people are going to have ID for you to get these vouchers so you can give an account. Alright, so my people, this lady is talking about nepotism. That's the term she used to describe the whole of what she has to say. You understand? But basically what she's saying is that she does not support, or it should not be that the Prime Minister's wife should be the House Speaker. So basically what she's saying is that it's like she's saying that the official is married to the referee or the referee is married to the official. You understand? So, people, just let us take a look into what she's saying. You understand? She's going to give you more details as to what she's saying and we can gain some understanding. Let's get into it.
Because when the Prime Minister's wife becomes Speaker of the House, it's no longer politics, it is a national takeover. When the referee of the game is married to the captain of the team, the entire match is rigged. The Speaker of the House is supposed to be impartial, non-political, non-aligned, a protector of fairness, the person that ensures that every member of Parliament can challenge wrongdoing. So tell me, Jamaica, how can you be neutral when you sleep in the same house as the Prime Minister? How are you going to be impartial when the same person you're supposed to be checking is the same person you sit down with and have dinner with? Wanna see the madness yet, Jamaica? Jamaica, this is how dictatorship starts. Yes, dictatorship starts quietly, so wake up, Jamaica. Dictatorship don't come overnight. It doesn't come with soldiers on the road. And it does not come with tanks and guns. Dictatorship comes slowly, quietly. It comes through family appointments, friends on boards, donor contracts, and then shutting down anyone who speaks the truth. Jamaica, this is not a conspiracy, no. This is history. This is a pattern, and it's a fact. So what does it mean, Jamaica, when one couple holds two of the most powerful positions in the country? It means the PM controls the government, and his wife controls the parliament. And together, they control debate, decision, discipline, and discussions. This is not democracy, Jamaica. This is family rule. And you know what family rule always leads to? It leads to corruption, silencing of critics, fear in parliament, no accountability, no transparency, and no democracy. You see, every country that went downhill had the same starting point. The opposition can't talk, can't question, cannot challenge, because the speaker controls who speaks, how long they speak, if they can finish their sentence, what motions get tabled, which corruption cases can be raised, and who gets thrown out. So if the PM does something wrong, the speaker, aka his wife, can block. Yes, member, you're out of order. Sit down. Debate closed and motion denied. So tell me again, Jamaica, how we supposed to get justice? How the truth supposed to reach the public? This is a real danger, Jamaica, especially for small countries like Jamaica. Because family rule equal disaster. Why? Because nations like us, Jamaica, have weaker protection. What do I mean by that? We don't have strong watchdogs. We don't have strong courts. We do not have strong investigative systems. We do not have strong media independence. And we do not have strong financial independence. So when one family becomes too powerful in this small country of Jamaica, the country becomes controlled, silenced, afraid, dependent, and corrupt. Nepotism, Jamaica, is not bad optics. Nepotism is a national danger. And while Jamaica is suffering, power is being consolidated. Look at the timing, Jamaica. We are in a hurricane disaster. People homeless, roads destroyed, hospitals collapsing, food shortage, water shortage, economic crisis, crime rising, earthquake warnings, oil drilling threats, and foreign companies taking resources. And in the middle of all of this, power is being tightened, not shared.
People now listen.
When a country is unstable, leaders should decentralize power. But in Jamaica, they are centralizing it in one household. And Jamaica, this is how nations fall. Listen to me, Jamaica. This is not about politics. This is about structure. Take off on the green glasses, take off on the orange glasses, and for one, look at Jamaica with your own eyes, not through party color. When the PM controls the executive and his wife controls the parliament, there is no checks and balance, Jamaica. None. Zero. Finished. And a country without checks and balance is a country preparing for dictatorship. Jamaica, listen to me good. When the people in power start placing their family in the highest seat, you are no longer being governed, you are being managed. You are being handled, you are being controlled, and you are being silenced. You cannot question, you cannot challenge, you cannot oppose, and you cannot win. This is not democracy. This is not representation. Jamaica, this is capture. One family cannot lead an entire country. One house cannot control two houses of government. And Jamaica, if you don't speak now, if you don't wake up now, if you don't rise now, you're going to open your eyes one day and realize that you are living in a country where one woman, one man have the final say on the breath you breathe. So Jamaica, wake up now.
And what? You have to take criticism. And criticism is good. Because there's a thing that is called constructive criticism. And if you listen to the criticism and try to learn from it and not actually get in your feelings, it can turn out to be a good thing in which you can learn how best to serve your country. What are the people's expectations? You understand? So you can reason with them for the better of both you to save you your peace and also to provide them with the necessary and correct information. You understand? So criticism is not a bad thing. It is a tool for you as a politician to help guide you. You understand? It's not something where two people talk their mind if you come out and bully them. You understand my people? So now we know how we support that in Jamaica House. You understand? Because why? The opposition supposed to can talk, and the opposition is not being, the government is not being challenged. So I guess the people are challenged the government for the opposition, since the opposition can't talk. And this is why now they want to challenge the people, saying that anybody that criticize, spinning it now and calling it misinformation. Criticizing and misinformation are two different things. And I think they want to carry the country into a dictatorship style. It's a bad dictatorship style, not a dictatorship style where everything is balanced. You understand? But due to the fact that the people is so hard and uprising, it kind of brings some form of fear into them. Let them have to check themselves. You understand? That now the mouth has to be changed and say they'll be standing strong up against misinformation and not criticism, like was mentioned at first. You understand me, people? So this thing I come down like it's very bad. You understand? It's like everybody in Jamaica become the children of the Prime Minister and his wife. You understand? We can't say what we want to say. You understand? We can't do what we want to do. And then because that is what is surfacing, it is tagged as misinformation. You understand? So I want to know if people blind or people stupid, or probably them have Alzheimer's, probably they don't remember what them say. You understand my people? So anyway, my people, respect and thank you for watching this, because with the lady the term I have to go get acquainted with the word nepotism, you understand? But based on our reasoning, I have understanding, so I could create my own definition for the word nepotism based on the knowledge that she just shared. You understand, people? You see how powerful knowledge and knowing is. That's why I know say when I read the thing, because I come here so to trusted source for the right knowledge and information in order so you can look through the right spectacles, you understand, so you can see how the country performing and where it is heading in terms of the decisions that our government is making, my people. Yeah, but big up on yourself, and remember if you continue like, subscribe and share, you understand, the video them so other people can see. You understand? This one is a banger, you know. Nepotism, my people, the new word for today, you understand? Research it, my people, the new word. Find a dictionary, Google it, you understand, my people, because knowledge is power. You understand? And you can hold a reasoning with your friend about the word nepotism and show him say that are going on in Jamaica. You understand, my people? So stay tuned, you understand, and big up on yourself. You understand, if you're always coming back again. Hot water, your boy Buzmal Ryan.
Hot water channel, straight to the max. Bring the thing to the people them. Original generous speed. Same way. Man, big up hot water channel, enough ice cream. Yeah, man.